Hi, my name is Sherry Black, and today I'm going to show how I make my little gingerbread Christmas cards. And I'm going to be making 3 little gingerbread cards, and they're so cute. I think they're adorable. And I got these little dies. I think they're country cuts, or I forget. I tore the packaging up and took them out, and I've put them in this metal container, but this is the die cuts, and they're so cute. No, I think they're called Country Cottage. That's what it is. They're Country Cottage, and they're so adorable. I just think they're so cute. And there's 3 different ones, but I've mixed them up. And also in this video, I did add another die cut. It's a little candy cane that I have with my other little gingerbread house die cut, and I used it in these. So sometimes I mix things up. And this little girl, she doesn't really go in the cup like that, but I just put her in there. So anyway, I'm not doing any pop-up cards or anything like that. I'm just going to be using different little die cuts that I have, like this one. This is called the jelly frame, and I forget, it might be a Sizzix, I'm not for sure, but it's the older kind that's thicker. So anyway, I've got these cut out, and what I'm going to do is glue this down, and then I've already put my little gingerbread girl together, and I've got her in the cup, which goes to another little gingerbread, but I thought it didn't matter. So anyway, I'm going to glue this down, and then I'll put the little girl in the center of the frame. So anyway, I'll just keep on working, and y'all can watch if you'd like. And anyway, thank you for joining me today. I looked it up, and they are called cottage cuts. So I think that's the name of these little die cuts, is look up cottage cuts. I just want to make sure I tell you all right, so you can look it up and if you want to order them. Here I'm using some foam tape to glue this down, and I'm going to have it pop out just a little bit. And the little white piece that I'm taping onto is a die cut that I had already pre-cut. So I used the little girl gingerbread on this. And I'm going to glue this down, and sometimes I have to use a pen to get the sticky off. But I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to add some other little things to it. I had these other little die cuts that are little leaves and little holly berries and things like that I have in a different set. And I don't really have them out right now to show, but I had them pre-cut, and I'm going to use them to put down at the corners. And this is a poinsettia die cut that I had, and it's one of the older versions of the thick, I don't know if it was Tim Holtz or Sizzix, probably Sizzix, but anyway, I had these cut out, and I'm using 2 different kinds of colored paper. One of the papers has little embossed polka dots, and the other paper is just a red cardstock that's a little bit darker. And I'm using this little foam thing to shape my petals, and this just helps pop them up. And I found that this works out just great for this kind of thing. So I cut out, there's one of the petals that is larger, but I just cut the two smaller ones out because the other one would overtake my card. So I've only used the two different petals or flowers, so I'm going to glue them down on the little card. And I'm also going to do, probably I'll do 3 layers, and one of my little petals got chopped off, so I will just fix that in a moment and put a point on it to make it look like it's not really damaged. So anyway, so once I glue this down, I'm going to use the Stickles glitter paint to make little dots in the center to make it look like it has little stamens. And I do have my glue gun on. I do like to use my glue gun and my glitter glue. I like to use both. So I have it heated, and I'm going to just glue this down, and then like I said, I'm going to use my little holly berries and other little die cuts to add in there. And I also had some little snowflake punches that I have like 3 different ones in the snowflake punch, so I used those, and I'm going to be gluing those on here also. And for the little gingerbread, this die cut does come with the little icing, but I didn't use that because it was just so small. I just thought I'll paint it on myself, and I had some little pearl paint in the little bottles, so that works out perfect for that. So that's what I used on most of these cards. I just painted on their icing. And I'm tucking in, I'm just trying to see it. No, that is not going to work, so I don't use that on this one. So anyway, I'm just going to keep working on the card, and I hope y'all stay watching to see all my little techniques. And here I'm using my little red gel pen to kind of add veins into my poinsettia, and it just kind of gives it like a little glittery effect. It's really pretty. And I did use my little Stickles little glitter paint for the middle of the flower. And now I'm punching out some of my snowflakes from my bigger snowflake punch, and I will go ahead and cut this size out. And then I had 2 little tiny ones that are smaller, and they do really good also to give like 3 different sizes. So, and I love this glitter glue. I love it. It does so good. I lost my pen, and the sad thing is you can't put a regular pen in or they will rust, so you almost have to have the one that's stainless steel, and it kind of broke on me. So anyway, I have to just make sure I don't let it clog up on me. So anyway, I'm gluing some of my little snowflakes around on the card, and I think she's looking really cute. And this is the first time I've used these die cuts, and I think that they're adorable. It just takes a lot of time though, because there's so many little pieces, and that's why I didn't want to use the icing part, because like I said, it's so tiny. It's just kind of, I mean, it's extremely tiny. So I thought, oh well, I'll just use the paint, the little paint bottles. So many little pieces to glue together. And she's looking so cute. And here I'm getting the silver glue, the silver paint, glitter paint, and I'm putting a few little dots in the center of the snowflakes. I really like to use my iridescent one, but I couldn't find it because I think it looks so pretty on the snowflakes. So I end up using the silver one, and then I also in the video will use it's like a pretty blue, almost a silver blue in the little snowflakes. And here I'm going to use my sequins to add as little hollies in the center of the little coffee cup or mug. And I think it's neat to use your little red sequins. And these little sequins picker-upper things, oh my gosh, they're for beads. Oh my goodness, they're wonderful. This thing picks up stuff. I recommend one. So I'm getting close to finishing this card. Maybe a few more little things I have to add to it. I think my glue got stopped up again. And here's that little die cut that I was talking about. This came in another set that I got. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby, maybe. I forget which one this goes to, but I thought, oh, this will be so pretty with this to add into this, onto this card. And it has some little tree sprigs. It's just, you know, from the tree. It's so pretty. And it's a tiny little piece, so all you need to do a few little dots of glue on it. And that's why I love this glue, because it has that little fine point that you can do detailed work. It's looking so adorable. And then I had pre-cut I bought some silver glitter paper. It's actually wrapping paper. And I got it at Ross, and I think it was like $3.99, but that was the best thing to get because it's not too thick, and my little punches will punch out easy using it. So, oh my gosh, I just love it. And I'll be able to cut all kinds of little stars and little hearts and all kinds of things, especially, you know, glitter paper can be expensive, and I just lucked up and found that big old roll for wrapping, but I just use it for my little die cuts. So I'm adding things here and there, just seeing what I need, and I think she's just about to be done. And I'm going to write Merry Christmas with my red gel pen. I know it's kind of hard to see. I end up using the other ink pens to do that, and they come out brighter. The Sharpies, I end up using those on the other ones. But I love these little stickle paints. They do so good. I go through them. And this one, I think I'm having trouble getting it out. And one thing with these little gingerbreads, I did end up using my colored pencils. Like I used white and I used the pink, one of the pinks for the cheeks, and I think it looks so cute. And then I drew their eyelashes on, but she just looks so adorable. So now I'm starting on another card. This is my second card, and I had some sheet music that I had copied, and then I think I might have coffee dyed this one, and I had it left over from my bookmaking, so I thought I'll use this as the background on my second card. And I'm going to also use the little jelly frame to put around it, but I thought I'll just add some sheet music in there. And I used some different paper to cut this one out. And this little guy that I'm going to do next, he has a big black hat, and he's in a blue cup, and he has another little gingerbread behind him in the cup, and then he also, I'm trying to remember, yeah, he has a little gingerbread behind him. So I thought this would be cute. So this is the second one I'm going to do. And I'm also going to use that other little die cut with the pretty little holly berries and stuff, because I think it's so cute. And I just, and now I'm using my white pencil, colored pencil, to draw in the little snowman and little trees. And I also use my gel pens too. I just have all kinds of different little pens, colored pencils and pens and gel pens, and I just mix them up, and whatever I feel like I need, I'll add to it. Now, on this little die cut here, you have to add a white piece in the back, because the eyes, well, the little eyes and nose and the mouth popped out. So I found that if you just glue a little white cardstock on the back, then it'll make the eyes look like they're popping out, or three-dimensional. And I think it's so cute to do that. And of course my glue is clogged again. That's the only bad thing. These things clog up sometimes. Okay, so now I'm just gluing on the back, and I'm going to put that little white cardstock there, and that's going to kind of give it a three-dimensional look, as you can see. But now with this little cup, you have to make sure you get it in the right position, because all they show is his little head and his little hand. And you also could make that a little mitten, his hand. You could make it a little mitten in a color, but I kind of just let it be his hand, the color of his skin. So you just have to position where you want things. And that little gingerbread, the little tiny one in the background, it's so cute. But you just have to make sure you see where you're going to position them, because you want to make sure they look like they're in the cup. And I also had a little candy cane that was from my little gingerbread die cut set, so I just had one pre-cut, so I'll end up using it in this one and putting it near the little tiny one. But anyway, It's slowly coming along. So I'm finally going to glue this head on, and I found the spot where it should go. And like I said, it takes a while to do these little die cuts and things, but they're so cute. And you could also, you know, these would be adorable on tags. You know, you don't have to just use them on cards. It'd look cute on little tags. If you could put on gifts, having it hang off the gift, or your little bags, your little gift bags, you could have them as a bag topper. You could, there's so many little things you could do with this. But you just have to make sure that you line the head up and everything that's going to go in the little cup, the little mug, and have everything placed just right so it'll all fit together. And also try to keep it centered too.
How can I feel the joy of being with you? How can I chase the pain away for good? Well, this is calling me, all is not true. I bring some mistletoe with me. Christmas is waiting for you. It'll never start without you, never start without you. Christmas is all about you. I see everywhere around the fairies of December. I see everywhere around the fairies of December. Can you feel the joy when Santa Claus has come to town? Santa Claus has come to town. Have you wrote your list? Check it up for good. Hurry down the chimney tonight. I wait impatiently for you, my Santa baby. I really do believe in you. Christmas is waiting for you. It'll never start without you, never start without you. Christmas is all about you. I see everywhere around the fairies of December. I see everywhere around the fairies of December. Can you feel the joy when Santa Claus has come to town? Santa Claus has come to town. And I remember the presents and the lights in the trees, the smell of chestnut boiling on the heat. And I remember dreaming, buried in a comfy blanket, that I will never forget. was waiting for the snow to fall to make a giant snowman. My heart was tingling over and over. I won't forget that snowman, I won't forget those years. An amazing time, my love. This will forever be the wonders of Christmas. Christmas is waiting for you. We'll never stop without you, never stop without you. Christmas is all about you. I see everywhere around, fairies of December. You, I see everywhere around, fairies of December. You, can you feel the joy when Santa Claus has come to town? Can you feel the joy when Santa Claus has come to town?
I just realized something and I feel kind of embarrassed about it. I realized that I accidentally put the hat on wrong because they didn't have, there's no instructions with this, so that I can recall. And I should have opened the hat and stuck his head up in it. And I realize now when I'm watching and playing this back, I realize I did this wrong. And I feel embarrassed because I should have known better. I should have known it didn't look right. But anyway, I'm just letting y'all know. So if you get this little die cut, just be aware that I think his little hat opens and you can kind of tuck it on his head. And I think I was so tired I didn't even notice that I just didn't notice it until now. So I feel kind of embarrassed, but it's too late. I've already made the cards and done this video, so but I'm just letting y'all know that if you make this, just know that I think the hat kind of slips on his little head, and that way you can see you can do the little markings on his head with the icing. So I feel so, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. That's what happens when you get in a hurry, and I got in a hurry because this is the first time I've used them. So just letting y'all know. And I'm almost getting this little card done. I keep adding, now these little candies, I had to use a marker to make the red part, so I punched them out in the white, and I think you could do, like, I was going to do red. I did do red and white, and I was going to take the red part and like do little notches out and glue it on, but it was just as easy to use the red pens to do this, so that's what I did, is I just kind of drew them in, and I think they're cute. And they actually came with the other little gingerbread. But like I said, I mix all these things up. I mix all my dyes up because it doesn't matter. As long as you get the pretty much, you probably have to match the little heads to the cups that they go to. But like that first one I made, she was kind of supposed to be holding words that say sweet. But I didn't use that. I just kind of had her coming out of a cup, so I just thought that would be cute, just to have her coming out of one of those cups that go to another gingerbread. But I think they're looking cute, and you know, you can use your imagination and just add other little things in there, and it's so fun. It's like you're creating a little story, or it's almost like artwork. You're creating artwork with your little die cuts. And I got the gingerbread die, and it is adorable too, but I'll have to do that on a different video. It's the gingerbread house, and it is cute as can be. So I'll have to do a video on that one eventually. But for right now, I just thought it'd be fun to do these 3 different little gingerbread cards. But I will say I did screw up on that little black hat. It's supposed to open up and you slip the head inside. And I kept thinking something didn't look right, but I had no picture to go by. The die cut didn't have a picture for you to look at. So, and if it did, I don't remember seeing it. I could be totally wrong. You have to go back, and I kind of have to go hunt it on Amazon to kind of see, and I didn't do that because I got in a hurry. But I kept thinking, something doesn't look right. Well, that's what it is. So, and here's another little piece of a different die cut, like a little tree branch, but, or the tree fur, whatever. So it's looking cute. And I'm just going to keep on working, and I guess I should have sped up this video a little bit, but sometimes it messes things up when you do that. I'm just about to get done with this little card. I'm using my gel pen to fill in the little branches and little hollies. I'll use the red to that, and just getting this filled in and just adding little things here and there. And then, of course, my Stickles glue or Stickles paint, and make that look like the little stamens. It takes a lot of work to make these little things, but they're so cute. And more little snowflakes, and I like to just have them scattered around. Slowly but surely we'll get it done. And they're so fun to make. It's just, you gotta have a lot of time though. I know it seems like I'm taking forever on this little card. And I did use the gel pen again on the red. And also, yeah, that gives it a little bit of glimmer or sheen to it. It just adds to it. It's taken a little bit of time. And they all kind of look similar. I tried to make them look a little bit different. But I wish I'd got the hat right. I wish that I had done that the correct way, and I hate I did that because it would make it look cuter if I'd have done that correctly. But oh well, I'll do it. I'll make it right on the next card. And here I'm adding that little bit of blue glue, not glue, but paint that I had talked about. And maybe it is the silver, I can't tell. They look so close. And then I'm adding that into the little snowflakes to make them sparkle. And I hope that this might give y'all some ideas. And I know sometimes my videos are long, and I did spend quite a bit of time on these little cards. And all my cards seem to take a long time. And anything you make or do, it takes time. And sometimes it's hard to talk and do this. So I'm just telling y'all, it's a lot of work. And I hope that my family will like these. But at Christmas time, I'm always making things. I always have so many things to do. And I don't know why I put myself through this. I know it's about, Christmas is about Jesus. Well, it has nothing to do with Jesus. Jesus died for us and for our sins. So all this other things, it's all this, the tree and all this, it's not about Jesus, but it's fun I like to do the fun little stuff. And I usually do cards with the Jesus, the little baby in Bethlehem being born. But this time I just wanted to do the little fun gingerbread stuff. But Christmas, it can be stressful. And there's so much stuff to do. And I don't know why I put myself through this. I want to make so many things. I can make so many things, and I want to do things for people. And sometimes I get bogged down with so many things to do, and it kind of takes the joy out of it. It's fun, but at the same time, it can be overwhelming if you let yourself get to that point. So I have to learn to just do what I can and not overdo it. And I know that a lot of y'all out there probably do the same thing. You probably are stressed and want everything to be perfect and everything to be right. But, we just need to sit back and take a look at the big picture. So, anyway, I know I'm talking deep here. So I hope that this will give y'all some ideas, and they're fun to make, and you could just go on and on. Maybe it's overkill, but I just love creating things. I think he's finally looking done. Just about. I think he looks cute. Oh, and I think I need to add a last minute little touch up. I'm going to add the little one a little bow with the green gel pen. Maybe add a little bit of pink to her cheeks too, because I think they're just so adorable. So there you go. The second one's done, and now I'm going to do, this is the third one, and the third one's a little bit different. It's going to look a little different. I didn't use the poinsettias, I don't think. But I wanted to make them look a little different. And on this one, I had the little candy cane from another die cut set from my gingerbread house, and I think that's where I used this one. And And like I said, this is a cup that goes, I think what I did is I did a different handle. That's what I did on this one. And then that looks like a little cinnamon stick. And then this one had the little, it looks like a little fat candy cane, one of them old-fashioned kind that doesn't have the cane part. And I did it in like red and green and kind of made it look like one of them kind of little candies. And it's so cute. And like I said, with these little gingerbread die cuts, you can just mix and match and make different little scenes, and it's just endless. But I'm adding my own little stripes here, and then I'll take some of that green gel pen and add in between each red, and it's going to look so cute. Each little die cut is so cute, and they're different. And right here, this little certain gingerbread had different little hands, so you just have to make sure that you get it centered just right with the little candy cane and the little cinnamon stick. So you just have to make sure you get these lined up pretty good, and that's just how this certain little gingerbread came. So you just have to make sure that you get the little hands lined up right with the head. And I almost saw like a little bit of a space. And usually when I get die cuts, I keep the picture, and that way I can refer to it and I'll know how to put the die cut together. But like I said, with these certain ones, I don't recall seeing them because I didn't have nothing to save, and I had to just, if I want to see how it really is supposed to look, I have to go hunt it on the site or go to Amazon where I bought it and look at the picture. And it's kind of small, so you just kind of have to, if you don't have anything to refer to, it is a little bit tricky. And if you're like me, when I'm starting to do a die cut or a card or whatever I'm going to make, I want to get going on it. I don't want to have to go search to kind of see, especially if I'm in a hurry. And I'm always in a hurry around Christmas time. So, if these do not look correct, that's because I didn't really have anything to look at. But they are cute. And I kind of did my own thing with them. And I did, like I said, I didn't use the little icing cuts, the little icing die cut parts. I just used the little paint, the little paint bottles, that the stickles or whatever, the pearl, to do their icing part. But they are just too cute. And I did try to speed this up a little bit because this seems like it's a little bit long. And I apologize. And I had this little bow that was for nails, and I got it at Sally's, and you could get like a bunch of little nail art, and that's what it was. It was a little bow for nail art. Actually, I think I got it at the Dollar Tree. So I thought that I'd use that for her little bow on her head. And also, this goes in the center of the mug, and this is holly leaves with the holly. And I just end up using my gel pens with this. And then I end up cutting out little punch out little circles for the little berries, but then I end up using the sequins because I thought it looked adorable, using that because it just gives it a little bit of sparkle. So I end up doing that. And then I've got another little die cut that looks like different little swags or whatever you want to call it. And I end up having a little candy cane that I cut out from another. Like I said, the candy came from my gingerbread house, and I glue that down with the little glitter stars. So I thought it was cute. I don't think I end up using the poinsettias on this certain one, but it's coming along. And I love the little candy cane sticking out the back. And this is the little shrub, the little leaves and hollies and whatever you want to call it, mixed in, tree branches. And I'm using a different color for the handle. And I thought this little swag looked so cute. And sometimes if you'll go ahead and cut out, especially if you have the little glitter paper, go ahead and cut out stars and hearts and have a little bowl or something where you can have all those pre-cut. So if you're going to make a bunch of these little things, you can almost have it ready to go. Even if they all look a little similar, it's okay. But you can switch it out a little bit. And I'm drawing in the little candy part because it was just easier for me to do this. I just want to say thank you again for watching me and tuning in today. And I do apologize if this was too long of a video. I need to cut them short. But thank you again. And if you have any suggestions or anything, please just let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Thank y'all so much for watching, and God bless.